Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach, here with an energy report as we shift into November. And I just realized my microphone's not plugged in. Hold up. Hopefully that's better for you guys. My voice is a little bit quiet. My body is telling me I need rest. We've been in an energy of that can feel overwhelming and overextending, that 6th energy of October. So it's also an energy of healing. And we were in an energy also of 1, which is self-care. So my body is telling me, you need more self-care, you need more balance, you need more healing. So trying not to talk as long as I thought. I wanted to give myself a whole hour, but no, my voice is not going to make it. And I do need to reserve my voice for my phone sessions. So bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to grab the cards real quick and then we'll go into the energies of November while we're shuffling. We're going to do 4 cards from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance deck. What we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. Hi guys. Hi Kelly. Then we're going to do our Blessing to Remember from my Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Ooh, magic. And we will pull a card for our challenge to embrace from my Love is Everywhere Hearts in Nature Follow Your Heart meditation cards. Clarity. Ooh, that's very appropriate for the energy we're going into. So, let me grab a drink because my voice needs it. Do a little pre-fluff because that always helps. Another reason I'm quiet is because we are shifting into a more quiet energy. So we're shifting into 7 and 11. Out of 1 and 6 into 7 and 11, we're also now in Scorpio season. We were in Libra. We had a lot of focus in October about relationships and finding balance. And now 7 and 11. 7 and 11 are highly, highly intuitive numbers. Highly intuitive numbers. If you have any of my guidance decks, this is the time. We shifted today, October 28th, into November's energy already. But all throughout November, the clarity, the veil is very thin. The clarity is right there for the taking. So if you have my cards or any cards or whatever tools you use to get in touch with your inner guidance, now is the time. If you haven't used them in a while, pull them out because the clarity is right there for you. So 7 and 11, let's see. It's not a very grounded combination. 7 is a mind number. It's very much into analyzing. 11 is way up here, way up here out of the body because 11 represents the non-physical realm, the angelic realm, things unseen. It's a master energy. 11 is the visionary. 11 is about illumination. Actually, that's why I have my Soul Shine shirt on, because 11 can be very shiny. It can be very, very high vibrational. It's the number of the spiritual messenger, and that's the number in my chart that inspires me to even do these live streams for you guys. So I feel ungrounded just talking to you about all these energies because I've got all that 7 swirling. I can feel it, all my thoughts swirling in my head. I'm missing some of that grounded energy that we had, that we just shifted out of. Anyway. 7 is the number of the mystic, of the faith seeker, of the intellect, of the emotional hermit. Can have a stoic energy. But what 7 wants us to do is to retreat, to unplug, to go within. It's very introspective. It can be very stoic on what's going on the outside. It can be that quiet observer. So it wants to pull back from the outside world, and being in a 5-year, we're in a 5-year all year. 2021 is a 5-year, which can feel like a lot of drama and chaos swirling around you. The 7 wants to just observe and then just go within and not be affected by the outside drama. It's that hermit energy of going into its shell, going within for the answers, looking for the clarity. And 11 is the visionary. 11 is the daydreamer. 11 wants to bring that vision to reality, but it wants to tap in first to the vision. So our imagination is how we communicate with our higher selves. It's the bridge to our higher selves. So we want to connect with the vision that we have for ourselves. And when you combine 7 and 11 together, it's asking us to have faith in our vision, have faith in our dreams. And there is a lot going on the world stage that isn't aligned with what we prefer. So this is the time to go within and ask ourselves on a personal level and a global level, what do we prefer? What is our vision for our lives personally and for the world? And having faith in that vision, trusting in the unseen. 7 asks you to trust in the unseen. 11 is the energy of the unseen, of the non-physical. So have faith in your vision for yourself. And if you don't have specifics, if you don't know what you want for yourself, focus on how you want to feel. I have a list of core values, and I think that helps a lot of people too. Like, what is it that you really value? Our values have been shifting dramatically over the last few years. What do you value? What do you want for yourself as far as how you want to feel or what you want to experience in life? For me, it's peace. Peace is the number one thing that comes up. Peace and freedom. Those are the things that are important to me. So that's when I let go of all the details and I just focus on those words. And because 7 energy is the energy of meditation, you can go into a meditative state. By the way, I have some meditation wands still in my shop. Not a lot, but these can really help you. I use these before every intuitive phone session. I hold on to these. I tap in. This is called the Tune In set. This is the black tourmaline to ground us. Boy, do we ever need grounding right now with all the swirling energy we have this month coming up. And the amethyst to help you tune in to your inner vision. But I also have the other sets. This one's for clearing your energy. It's called Good Vibes because it's got the selenite. So that's really good because the 11 energy is very sensitive to energy, to outside energy. And this is the Calm and Clear set. The lepidolite is for anxiety, and so is amethyst too. So this can really help to soothe you and get you into that meditative state. So all of those are on my website. Not a lot left, but I will link you guys to those. Excellent time to work with the wands if you have it. Also an excellent time if you have a house vibration chart from me to ground your house. Ground the energy down so it's not all up in your head and above your head in the daydreamy world and caught up in the overthinking of the 7. So, what is the dream? What is the vision you have for yourself and for the world? If you don't have specifics, focus on how you want to feel. Focus on how you want to feel. Then, go into your meditation. Go into your meditation and focus on those feelings. You can just repeat the feelings. Peace, freedom, peace, freedom. You can get into that meditative state by just creating a mantra for yourself. So last night as I was falling asleep, I always say, thank you for my blessings. I am so blessed. I am so abundant. Thank you for my peace. Thank you for my healing. Remember, we bring it into the now because everything is here and now. We just can't see it all because we're not necessarily a vibrational match to it. So we need to be a vibrational match to what it is that we want to experience in order for it to be made visible for us. So, go to your cards, go into your meditation state. 7 asks you to go out in nature. Go out in nature. Tune in, get quiet. 7 is quiet. It's quiet so you can tune in. It's got a tranquil vibe. The 11 energy reduces to 2. It can bring a lot of peace. It's the peacemaker, so peace and tranquility. Find a space for yourself where you can get into that quiet realm and go in and listen to the intuitive guidance that's coming. It's an intuitive whisper. It's a still small voice that's coming from within. If you have the cards, work with the cards. They can bring more clarity for you. If you have a grounding mat, put your feet on the grounding mat. If it's too cold to go outside, here's my grounding mat. I have, I think, 4 of these left in stock in the shop. I will link them below. It plugs into the grounding port, not in your outlet, but it's underneath your outlet. There's a little hole that grounds your house. And so you plug that right in, you put your feet on that, and you'll be connected to earth energy even inside your home to help you ground down.
We've also entered Scorpio season. I personally love Scorpio season because I have a Scorpio moon. Scorpio is inviting us to dig deeper, to go under the surface, into the darkness, because Scorpio represents transformation. How do we transform? By letting go of our fears. Go into the darkness, go underneath the surface. This is my specialty with Scorpio moon. I absolutely love helping people to do this, to see deeper into things. What fears am I holding on to? The universe will always show you manifestations of things you don't prefer to let you know there's something inside you that's creating that experience, and you can clear that and you can shift your experience. I even had to do that today. I used my emotional closet cleaning technique today. I hadn't done it for a while, and I had to do a big release because a lot of things were happening, even with this physical manifestation of my throat. I said there's things going on that I need to dig out because my body is starting to reflect that I have resistance. So if you've done the emotional closet cleaning technique with me, pull out that tool. Use that again. This is such a great time to uncover. Scorpio season, the symbol is the phoenix. It represents rebirth, coming out of the ashes, which is where our planet is going. New Earth is being birthed right now. We're letting go of the old Earth. We're letting go of the fear-based Earth. But the way that we do that is by letting go of our personal fears, raising our frequency, which 11 energy is saying, I am high frequency. I am here to attune you. You've got to be a match to me, though, by letting go of the heavier, lower frequency fears. Time to bring out my water glass. You guys know every time I talk about 11 energy is that high vibing buzz that's shaking things up so fast because the vibration is so high and fast. So anything, and I've got lemon water, so I've actually got pulp doing it right now. So there's a pulp swirling here. Anything that's heavy and dense, hi Christy, is going to race to the surface. Meaning, if you have fears, they're going to come up now. It's no surprise that Scorpio season overlaps with Halloween, facing the darkness, facing the shadows, facing the demons. It's time to look at your fears and be fearless about it, because when you let go of fears, you do lighten up. And that's how we get enlightened, by lightening up. The first stage to enlightenment is to lighten up on ourselves. So letting go of those fears to be able to create the vision that we have for ourselves, to be able to create the dream that we have for ourselves, to be able to get clear on the dream that we have for ourselves and for this world. So 7 might get you overthinking a little bit. Go into that meditation state, get grounded, get out in nature, put your feet on the grass. 11, it's wonderful because the high vibe can get you in a really buzzy, excited mood, but it reduces to 2. It might make you more sensitive. Scorpio's a water sign. Emotions may come up. 7 energy is going to be very stoic about it and observe those emotions. And the 7 can help you to analyze what is the root, where is this emotion coming from? Go deep into that dark depths of the ocean of emotion and find the treasure of the belief that may be creating this emotion for you. That's the work I do with my clients all the time. It's so transformative. Scorpio's transformation. Anyway, I'm hoping to come back next Friday, to kind of dig into this a little bit more, but I'm feeling like I need to stop and go to the cards because of timing and because of my voice. It's just not going to make it much longer. So I do have a session too after this. Whew. Okay, we're going to flip our cards now. I feel like we're very serious. What we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get from the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Let's see where we're at this week. What we have. Oh, perfect. Oh, I love this card. Talk about power. Scorpio represents power. This is such a powerful card. Maybe the most powerful card in the deck. See past the illusions. We were just talking about this, going into the darkness and shining a light. Soul shine, 11 energy, being the energy of illumination, bringing you that clarity. When you shine the light, you see more clearly. 7 is also about seeking clarity. See past the illusions. I love this for what we have. I love that. Fear can convince us that things are worse than they actually are. When we believe in our fears, we are subscribing to a reality that we don't prefer. Learning to recognize fear is the first step toward overcoming it. An improved experience is waiting for you, but first you must see beyond the illusions that your fears have created. Remember that there is always a blue sky behind the clouds, and don't buy the story that your fear is trying to sell you. Yes, fear-based beliefs are self-perpetuating, but so are love and happiness-based beliefs. Beliefs that you do prefer are also self-perpetuating. It's just a matter of momentum. But they can be very sneaky. They can be, very, very clever. When we're doing the emotional closet cleaning technique in the session, it's amazing how sometimes, a lot of times, my clients are like, no, I don't have any fear. I don't have this. I don't have that. And I'll be able to see it because I come in with a big Scorpio moon flashlight, and I'll say, I'll hear their higher self telling me, nope, there's fear there. There is fear there, but our fears don't want to be discovered. They want to stay under the rock, just like the Scorpio hides under the rock in the darkness. Okay, so we are recognizing our fears. That's beautiful. That's how we align with the preferred reality, the reality that is not based on false beliefs, fear-based beliefs. That's wonderful. That's what we have. What we want, love yourself. Yes, love yourself. That has been the energy of October. 1 and 6, 1 being self, 6 being love, loving ourselves, caring for ourselves. And part of loving ourselves is to do this deep dive into our subconscious and really pull out anything that is an invasive species in the garden of our lives. We can't plant healthy, thriving, nourishing plants in our garden if we have weeds that have roots deeply buried into that soil that keep cropping up. Those negative beliefs keep cropping up. So we want to love ourselves. Numerology is such a great way to learn more on a deeper level about who you are and really accept and appreciate who you are. And I do offer numerology readings, written numerology readings on theblissfulknowing.com. Love yourself. When we love ourselves, life reflects that love back to us. Know that you are worthy and wonderful. Get to know yourself on a deeper level so that you can accept and appreciate all that you are. Put yourself first and know that you deserve all that life has to offer. Do not compare yourself to others. You are perfectly you and becoming more each day. Give yourself credit for all you have experienced and accomplished so far, and remember that self-love is the key to happiness and success. I'm reading this card and I'm thinking about my Capricorn rising. Capricorn tends to be a workaholic and it puts a lot of pressure on itself. I should be doing more. I should be doing more. And so when I was reading this card, I'm thinking, loving myself says, no, you should be relaxing. You should be taking care of yourself. You don't have to do more. You are enough. Releasing those false fear-based beliefs. That's an example of a fear-based belief. It's not that scary, guys. I know I make it sound scary when I say fear-based, but saying I should be doing more is a fear-based belief. And it's something that I have to work through all of the time and bring myself back to the present moment. Say, no, you're doing great. All is well. Everything's working perfectly. You are abundant. You are living a life that feels good to you. And just have to kind of soothe that or really, really release it. But they do, they crop back up. But Capricorn says, you should be doing more. If you have 8 energy in your chart or 4, you probably feel that way too. Hey, hi Stan. All right, so what we need. This is so perfect after what I just said. It's easier than you think, my friends. We need to remember that it's easier than you think. See the thinking mind. 7 energy is like, oh yeah, we're gonna think. It's easier than we think. Every time I see this card, it's just like this massive exhale of relief. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to stress. I don't have to feel pressured. Sometimes we get caught up in the ego mind's perceptions of struggle and strife. While those thoughts can be convincing, the higher self perspective knows that life is meant to work smoothly and easily. Life wants you to know that a fluid path is available to you once you open yourself up to taking it. Shift your focus to the ideas of ease and flow, and trust that your circumstances will soon reflect your new state of mind. Yes, I keep thinking about Abraham Hicks, the teachings of Abraham Hicks. Don't paddle upstream. Let go of the oars. Flow with the current. Let the current of life, let the momentum take you. The higher self is building momentum for you. And if you just learn the art of allowing, that's an Abraham Hicks phrase or concept, allow the ease and the flow. Think of a lazy river. Relax. And the 7 energy is asking you, just be tranquil, be still. Have faith. Have faith. Trust. It's easier than you think. Our ego minds feel we have to do more and be more constantly. No, we need to allow. Relax and allow. It's easier than we think. Let go of the thinking mind. Go into that meditation. Go into that stillness. Relax the thinking mind. Is this crooked? I feel like it's crooked. Okay. It probably is, Jordan. You're going to be okay. Let go of the false belief that it has to be straight, that you have to be perfect. Okay, so what we get. Oh, think it over. That sounds like a 7 card to me. 7 energy is very contemplative. It contemplates. It's seeking clarity, but it has to go within and ponder and contemplate. And by the end of the 7 energy, we usually do have the clarity we're seeking and we're ready to take the action towards it. And that will be in December in our 8 energy. Think it over. Time to ponder, but don't think too hard because it's easier than you think. Linda says my favorite. More time, thought, and research is needed. You don't have to make a decision in this exact moment. So find out as much as you can before moving forward. Trust that you will always know what you need to know when you need to know it. Ask your higher self to guide you and contemplate whether you are acting out of inspiration or desperation. This will help you to know if you are truly hearing your inner guidance or behaving from a place of fear. Imagine the outcome of both choices and pay attention to which one brings you more relief. This is such a golden card. There is so much good, juicy information on this card. So much. So we don't have to figure this all out right now. That is something I'm constantly saying to myself to soothe that thinking mind. I don't have to figure this out right now. I can feel peace in this moment. I will always know what I need to know when I need to know it. Not a minute sooner, not a minute later. And if I don't know right now, I don't need to know, so I don't have to figure it out. Then ask myself, am I acting out of inspiration or desperation? Am I trying to force an outcome? When I feel like I should be doing more, is that desperation? That's coming from fear. I feel like if I don't do more, then this is going to happen. That's fear. Inspiration feels like a pull from your gut that says, ooh, this feels like relief. Ooh, I want to do this. I have momentum. I have passion towards this. I have energy for this. There's a huge difference. That's where we need to go within and we need to ask ourselves, use that meter, inspiration, desperation. What's going to bring me more relief right now? And the 7 energy is going to probably say nothing. I mean, not nothing's going to bring more relief, but doing nothing sometimes is the ultimate to bring you relief. That stillness of waiting, sitting in a meditative state, raising your antenna. That's what happens when you're meditating. You're raising your antenna. And so then you're able to receive that clear signal that tells you what to do next. And it will feel right to you. It will feel clear to you. You will have energy for it. You'll feel momentum and it will feel like relief. I've been struggling this week too because there were things that I thought that I should be doing this week that were in my mind of something I want to do, but I was trying to push everything into this week and I just don't think the timing is right. And that's probably what this Think It Over is about. It's like you don't have to do it now. You can want to do it, but if the timing isn't right, you have to trust the flow. It's easier than you think. Love yourself and give yourself the time off now if that's what feels better to you than doing this hard work. Let's see if we're in there. See past the illusions that you have to do it right now. See past the illusions that it's something that you have to struggle to find the energy for. No, if you're supposed to do it, you're going to feel the energy. You will feel the momentum. Okay, so our blessing to remember from the Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Gratitude. Gratitude. Oh, I love this. The 7 energy is so tranquil, the positive energy of 7. When you get into that tranquil Zen state, you feel such appreciation for nature and for that stillness and that quiet. You let go of all the outside things and you just feel so grateful to just be. The gratitude card is reminding me of how I felt last night when I was falling asleep, and I said, thank you for my peace. Thank you for my healing. Thank you. It was what I wanted to bring into my life, and I know that it exists here and now. So I was thanking the universe for the experience of it in the now. Not thank you for bringing me peace, keeping it outside of myself at arm's length. Thank you for my peace. Thank you for my healing. And I was able to tap into a feeling of peace and healing in that moment. When you can get to the feeling place of it, you are matching the frequency of it and you're bringing it into physical manifestation. Let's see, where can I put this? It's not gone. I always have problems with these horizontal cards because they don't show up on the camera. Hold on. What can I do? I can make you higher. I'm thinking of that song from the 80s or 90s, I Want to Go Higher. We're in the 11 energy, the master energy, the higher frequency. I want to go higher. We want to go higher. The higher we go, the better we're going to feel. And we have the ability to tap into that high frequency 11 energy now. New earth frequencies are higher than the old earth that we're all sick of hearing about. We're all sick of all the drama that's going on the old earth. Blah. Fear-based. Okay, so our challenge to embrace from, hi Sandra. I'm going to be in touch with you later, Sandra. Challenge to embrace from my Follow Your Heart meditation cards. Oh, balance. Balance. Oh my goodness. Balance is really the lesson that we were learning the entire month of October. Balance between being a service to others and also being of service to yourself. Loving yourself as much as you're loving others. Giving back to yourself as much as you're giving to others. That's the Libra energy and the 6 and 1. But now we're shifting into 7 and 11. Balance. Hold on a second. See how this, amazingly, I found this in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This heart was split right down the middle. So finding the balance. And for me, like right now, I'm thinking this is about dark and light. So going into the shadow, doing the shadow work of Scorpio season, going into the fears and balancing them out with your preferred beliefs, the truth of your higher self, of your soul. So bringing in lightness to the dark, shining a light on the darkness, shining a light onto the fears so that they no longer have a grip on your life. Bringing in the 11 energy of your soul with that illumination, shining that light and that higher self energy, that imagination, visionary energy is about what it is you do want to experience and feel. So bringing that into your reality now can balance out the fear of what you may be experiencing right now that you don't prefer. The contrast, this feels like contrast right now. So I've been dealing with contrast this week when it comes to noise, dogs barking, traffic outside of my bedroom when I'm trying to fall asleep. That usually we don't have. We have a lot of noise. And that contrast is inspiring my preferences. It's helping me to get clear on my visions on what I want to experience. And that's why I said thank you for my peace last night, because I didn't feel peaceful with this noise. And I knew by experiencing the noise that I wanted peace. So if you're experiencing something right now that you don't prefer, on the flip side of that is what you do prefer. That's where you want to get clear and say, okay, if this is what I don't prefer, what is it I do prefer? Go into that meditative state, in that visionary daydream state, and focus on how it feels to have that experience of what you do prefer. That's the key. And there's so much contrast going on the old earth. It's very easy for us to identify. We're getting very, very clear in what we don't want, which is leading us to what we do want. Like I said, freedom is a huge piece. It's a huge lesson of the 5-year this year, and in the astrology as well. We are learning how much we value our freedom, and that we know it's our divine birthright. So we're getting very, very clear in that. So balance to me this month, instead of the energies we talked about in October, is really about letting the contrast of what you don't prefer show you, inspire you to the improved experience of what you do prefer. The contrast of the old earth, let that inspire your vision of the new earth. Is this going to fit? Come on. So another example of that is, I'm very passionate, as you might know by now if you've been watching me for a while, about using clean, healthy, safe household products. I have a lot of resistance when it comes to toxic detergents and synthetic fragrances and what they're doing to pollute the air and the earth and the water. There are incredible solutions to that. I just found 2 companies I posted about in my Life is Yum group. Hi, Shane. That don't even have plastic bottles. Think about those massive plastic bottles in the landfill. And think about the toxic chemicals that we're inhaling and we're putting in our skin and getting absorbed. So they use little sheets. They come in a little compostable or recyclable cardboard package, no plastic. Just tear off a little sheet. You put it in your wash and it dissolves. Because a lot of people, we're just paying for water in those giant jugs. So there are solutions. So my version of New Earth is people respecting the planet, recognizing the toxins that they're putting on their body and in their home, so that we can all get back to nature, get back to our divine nature, connect with nature, and have a healthy planet for all of us, and also have healing on a personal level when you're no longer surrounding yourself with toxic detergents and cleaning household products that are going to give you eczema, allergies, asthma, headaches, everything. You might not even realize what's going on. Most people don't. So another vision that I have for New Earth is green everywhere. Green roofs. Shane and I were talking about creating a green roof. That's a vision for him in his future. And creating more food forests, planting more trees, planting more edible things all around the earth. That's my New Earth. When I think of New Earth and the vision I have, it's green and it's quiet and it's respectful. Everyone is compassionate. They're not making unnecessary noise because they're thinking of how everything they do affects others. So New Earth energy is really, really empathetic. It's connecting with others. What I do affects others. And I'm going to think about that. I'm going to take responsibility and accountability before I act. That's the New Earth energy. Anyway, I'm on a tangent about New Earth because I want you all to focus on what your version of Earth, your daydreamy version of Earth looks like, and your daydreamy version, your vision of your own life. What does it look like? And if you can't get there, and even after meditation, you can't figure out what you want, just how do you want to feel? Make it simple. Give yourself one word: peace. Peace is my word. It's my default word. I want to feel peace. It's my number one priority. Peace is my priority. The 11 energy reduces to 2. It's the energy of the peacemaker. So I always default to, is this going to bring me more peace, or is this going to take away from my peace? That's a deciding factor that it helps me to get clear. What's going to bring me the biggest amount of peace? Stan is saying joy. Guys, pipe in with your words. I want to know what your words are. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you think about, when you use your imagination to think about what it is you want for yourself? What do you want to experience for yourself? What is the vision you have for yourself? If you can't see it, what is the feeling? What is the emotion that you want to experience more of? Shane says, yes, more connected with nature and the peaceful relationship that comes with it. Yes, the 7 energy brings in a reverence for nature. It brings in a beautiful connection with nature. And the more connected we are with nature, again, the more we get back to who we really are. We are part of nature. That's why my new earth vision is green, 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 and natural household products. Okay, guys. I'm like always amazed how much energy flows through me, even when I'm feeling not that great when I start. The energy just comes right through the crown chakra, out my mouth, and I'm feeling more revitalized, especially in the 11 energy of high frequency buzz. I do feel a buzz, even though I've still got a little bit of a headache in the throat thing. I'm taking my elderberry. I'll be having elderberry tea tonight. Actually, probably right when I disconnect, I'll be having elderberry tea. I'm taking all my superfoods. I'm doing all the things, oil of oregano, and I know I'll feel great. I love the power of nature to make me feel back to my true self. So, if you're interested in the meditation wands or the guidance decks, I highly recommend the heart deck for really learning to strengthen your intuition. The heart cards are here because they are like a cell phone to your higher self, a conversation starter with your higher self. They're just going to give you the one word. And when you do a 4-card reading with them or the other readings that are listed on the deck instruction card, you can really, really hear those whispers of your intuition filling in the blanks. So those are wonderful. If you have a pendulum that can give you more clarity, I have those on the website. But of course, everybody loves the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards for straightforward advice. And look at that, guys. Let go of the specifics. That's what we were just talking about. Letting go of specific visions if you want to just focus on how you want to feel. So all of these things are on my website, including private intuitive sessions. I hear my son walking in, so I'm going to have to disconnect. Hi, baby. Hi. theblissfulknowing.com. Oh, I'm reading your words, guys. It's making me so happy. It's uplifting me just to see the words. The power of the written word. Keep writing. Please, please, if you're watching the replay, please say hi, but also write the words that you want to feel. Tap into it. Get to the feeling place. Visualize what your new earth vision is for yourself. I love it. Yay. Anyway, I will link what I can for you guys in the comments. Theblissfulknowing.com is my website. Remember, November is about retreat to daydream. I hope to be back next Friday just to kind of reinstate all of this November stuff because we'll be fully in November's energy then. But I'm going to be taking more time to unplug and retreat in November. If you want to book a session with me, I'm doing my best to get everybody scheduled. It's getting very, very, very tight, my schedule, very tight, but I'm going to do my best for you guys. Theblissfulknowing.com. Thank you all for saying hi. Ooh, Gina says enthusiasm. I love that. Keep going, guys. Keep going. I hope to see you next week. Thanks. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.